like I'm a blood on the dancing floor. Move on, G, they ain't used to this foreign tongue. Red shot G, Humpty Hump in peace. All eyes on me, THIZZ. California. LIVIMGOD. Don't
Welcome
look
to the
up,
How
bitch,
Do
I'm on
You podcast with your host, Griffinstein. Today we're going to talk about how we see others and how we want others to see us. It was really kind of like the Dave Chappelle thing and some other stuff where people are offended, of how you see them. And I was, talking to a couple people. I'll just give you a story. I was somewhere with two people. They were talking about me, but I was there. The lady was trying to convey to the other dude that, she said, don't trip on how he looks. Talking about me. He's really a very smart guy. I didn't take offense immediately or nothing like that. It was just more of a thing of she felt like she had to validate how I looked. And I was basically wearing what I'm wearing now. One of these work shirts, Ben Davis or khaki. And, my hat is cocked to the ace deuce. So I look gangsterish or niggerish. I don't know if that's a word. But so it's just what we do in life to appease people so that we look a certain way. And even when we're not perceived as what we want to be perceived as. Like if somebody, I saw a video where a dude was a woman and he said he was mad because the people called him sir. But I don't know if they did or if they didn't. It's not even really relevant. It's just more of a thing of he was upset that he was called that, or she was upset that she was called that. She said, you don't, and it's not funny, but it's funny because she was like, don't you see these rocking ass titties, and don't you see this, and don't you see, the stuff that he had added or she had added, later. But she was really offended, and what she said was, and she was in the Popeye's chicken. She said, you calling me sir is just like you calling a black person the N-word. Now that's when she lost me because that is nowhere near the same. But, you have to validate. So I don't know if that's a validation, but it's not the same. I don't know. That's just not the same. So I guess what I'm saying is certain things that we do, we wear and we do are really for other people. Even though we say, I don't care what people think about me. But everything you do is to show that. Some people, if you can't afford a BMW, you get a BMW. Even if you can't afford it, I'm guilty of the same thing. I have a Cadillac, a very expensive Cadillac, but I liked it, so I bought it, or I'm leasing it. I don't know what, I'm not leasing, but I'm paying the note, so I don't own it yet. But I think it's just what we do versus how we seem. Because I know a lot of people say they don't care about people, but everything that they do. Another story is I know a person and he's like, I don't care what these people think. I don't care what this do. I don't care. Yet every sentence that they start off with is, I know you think this, I know you think that. Anybody that think they know what you thinking, they think about you. So you do care what I think. It's hard to get to a point where you don't care about what people think because there is certain things that you do care. If you're going for a job interview or something like that, or if it's something that you really want to do, you do care. You do care. You do care what people think. I don't want people following me all through the store, thinking that I'm going to steal. And then you're not paying attention to the people that's really stealing because they don't look like me or because their head ain't cocked or something. So I understand, and I know we are visual people, but that's really what we have to go on. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I have to. Some things. Growing up in Richmond, it's certain times where you have to be able to assess a situation quickly. If you go into a house party or something and it's one dude that's getting turned down by all these girls, he's gonna turn the party out. I mean, it's just dudes can't handle rejection. Now, that's not my fault. But I should be able to see that and judge that this dude is getting frustrated, or this dude is that. Or if it's a girl about to fight another girl because some other dude is dealing with her man. You just have to be able to assess a situation. And I guess what I'm saying is it's okay to judge people, you know, but don't judge them. Don't judge them actions. So just because this person looks like he's rich, and you treat him like he's rich, and he turns out not to be rich, then, you know, joke's on you. So what I'm saying is you got to come with a mind frame to treat people as you want to be treated, even though they don't look like you think they should look. That's probably convoluted, but that's just what I was brought to think about today, is just the what we do out of our own problems, really with ourselves, is really with ourselves. So that's really it. And I know I was trying to say I was going to do a segment of Walmart stories, and I do have one because it was crazy. So kind of along the same lines, I was in Walmart, and I was buying bread. Oddly enough, because I only like the potato bread now. For some reason, it's super soft. It's just, that's what I like. So I was getting bread, and a guy just walked up, and I saw him walking up because, you know, you can tell I was judging him. He was walking up, and I knew he wanted to say something because that's how people do. But I ignored him because he didn't say anything. But he did once I had my back turned. He started talking. He said, I know you guys don't like to get the shot, and I know you guys don't like to do this, and I know you guys think that da-da-da, and I know you guys... And I never turned around because I was like, he can't be... He just started talking like we was already having like we knew each other. I don't know him. So basically, he heard a bunch of stuff on the radio about what black people are and are not doing, and he took that opportunity to catch me on the bread aisle by myself and express his discontent about how black people are, you know, doing this and that and the third. It's a deeper story, but I'm not gonna go into all of it. And I just turned around and looked at him, and he was just talking, and I'm smiling like, well, I had a mask on, so, you know, I'm just, and he didn't seem crazy, but obviously, you know, he was not crazy. I'm gonna stop doing general. Crazy is a generalization, and I want to be able to say. So he seemed like he had a frustration and a animosity towards somebody he had no idea about, which was me, or the black race in general, or just people in Richmond, or just black people in Walmart. It doesn't matter. I never said a word. I just looked at him, I nodded, and I went back to doing the thing, and he kept talking. He just really kept talking until he was done, and he just wanted to say it. It didn't hurt me. It didn't, you know, I had music in one ear, so I kind of wasn't really even listening, but the fact that he felt comfortable to do that is, I don't know, is something. So that was my Walmart story. It's not really funny, because he could have easily, you know, hurt me. Easily. I mean, I wouldn't have let him, but you know what I'm saying. He could have attempted. So it's always something going on in Walmart. I even the last time I went, I was walking and I was like, man, nothing even happened this time. I walked downstairs. What did I go there for? Oh, because I'm growing. I'm starting to grow now. I'm growing in the front yard. I bought these circle buckets. These buckets, planters from Annie's Annual out there on Market Street. It's right outside of North Richmond. Everybody know where it's at. I bought these buckets, these little 10-gallon planters, I guess you could call them, black planters. And I'm putting lettuce in one. They already started sprouting because that big rain happened. Broccoli, which I'm doing from seed in this little planter, and it just ain't coming up. It's been 2 weeks and nothing's coming up. I don't think I'm keeping them warm enough. I'm doing like a long time ago, if you remember what my mother did, she used to put sweet potatoes and yams in these cups half full, and then you let them but you let them vine up and everything. So I'm doing 2 of those, 2 sweet potatoes and 2 yams. Now, if anybody knows the difference between the two, let me know. Because in this grocery store, it says the yams are the purple ones and the sweet potatoes are the white ones. But I heard it was flipped, and then I saw it 2 different ways. So if anybody know for sure, just podcast at itsthedark.com at the podcast. I don't care really, because I'm going to grow both of them. I just don't want to seem ignorant when somebody asks me, "What you growing?" I'm like, "I'm growing yams." Anyway, and peas in the backyard. Anyway, my point was, I went in there the last time, and I thought I wasn't going to have a story because I was looking for these totes to put the dirt in so that I could grow, the stuff I was growing. I almost got out of there, right to the front, and then some black dude was telling a white dude, "I don't give a fuck, and if you touch me again, I'm gonna beat your ass." And I was like, wow. So I didn't even go out that way because that's the exit. The exit. I went back through the exit, and I told the dude, I said, "Look, it's too much going on over there. I can't do it." The security guard was like, "Yeah, man, go. Go." I said, "I'm not Steven nothing." So anyway, that's my point on that. Today is the 30th. Tomorrow is the 31st. We are, as OCAR, our community as a resource. I'm going to pop it up here. It's going to look real nice. Our community as a resource. Boom. And what we doing is, kids, I'm going to flash the thing here too. Might not be enough. I'm planning to do this tonight, so it should be popped out tomorrow morning. But we planning to do a kids giveaway. We're going to be reading books, scary books. Child scary books, though, so don't worry. And we also read books. If you remember last year, we read books for Tamara Shiloh, and I'm gonna have those running on a monitor. The guy from Rich City, shout out to Rich City Rides. He's gonna allow us to use his lot behind his store. So we're gonna be doing that, giving away candy, and then when it gets dark, we're gonna still be giving away candy, but it's gonna be my record release for Interment. Halloween release. I've been working on the album for a minute. I dropped a single, Mawaji, featuring Esham. Shout out to Esham for showing love. And The Process with RBX. And I appreciate him showing love. So yeah, that's going to come out. But what I learned, and I know this might be incorrect because I'm just learning about it. I tried to make each album an NFT. An NFT is a non fungible, token. Bitcoin is a fungible token, meaning that if I make a Bitcoin, somebody can make more Bitcoins. There's a number of Bitcoins and somebody can make them. Same with money. Same with our money. Somebody prints money. The government prints money. With a non-fungible token, an NFT, is one. Or it's a finite number. So if I have one, that's one. One of one. That's the collectible. So what I'm doing is I'm making my album one of one. So I'm doing different covers for different albums. So in my mind, I'm going to upload the cover, which is movable. It's like a GIF, or it's an MP4. It's an MP4 that I made, and I've been releasing them on Instagram. DA Griffinstein on Instagram if you want to follow. I'm going to pop it up. So every day I was releasing one. So I'm on 5 today. It's the black and white version. It's nice. I want to do 11. I want to do 11 of 11, but it won't. On OpenSea, it only lets me do one collectible at a time. So I'm going to just
Dark Network. And you know what it is. W's. Get it. They say I'm heartless, but I'm not though. Don't have to prove it, keep it music, Southside, birth the psycho. A public threat like a sideshow. So gather round, enjoy the sound while the rubber and the pipe smoke. Dark
All right, so I got on board. It all started when Contact sent me a Facebook message. And he sent me this Facebook message telling me that he has an idea for a movie. That same day, me and Contact, we ended up meeting up over there on the south side by King Park, over there by Coronado Elementary. And we were out there talking.
Do 11 pieces, each one has a song. And I may make it unlockable where I send them a dark t-shirt or something. I'm just getting into the NFT thing, so I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. But as I'm doing this, I'll share what I found out because it's something that you could do and really get money forever. The way I understand it is, if I sell my NFT album tomorrow for $22, but you got to do it in Ethereum, so it's based on Ethereum, so it'll probably be 0.00011 of Ethereum. Because Ethereum is at, I think, 16? I don't know what it's at. I don't want to lie. But I'll pop it. I'll pop it. I'm a popper. I'll pop it up here. I can sell my NFT for $22. And in the contract, I can write that I get 11% of that. So when I sell it that first time, I get $22. When this person sells it, I get whatever they sell it for, I get 11% of that. If whoever he sells it to, I get 11% of that. So that's a way to make money, as long as this thing is doing what it's doing. And then I think you can name whoever you want, or you can do a living trust and then have it, and if I'm incorrect, I'm a learner. So if I'm incorrect, please just podcast at itsthedark.com, and I will definitely pop your remarks up here and let them know. So that's my aim, is to do that and with everybody else I know so that we can get money from now on. Now, the kicker of it is you can put it out and it'll stay the price that it's going to be. Now, when I start doing more things in the world, it's almost like a stock, because these limited edition things that I put out are worth more money or worth more to people because people want to own a piece of my memorabilia. Unfortunately, usually is when somebody get killed. So I don't want to get killed. I just want to be able, because we're doing the movie. Finders Keepers, and then after that, Losers Weepers, which is a horror. Then we're doing Finders Keepers 2. If I become a more famous person, then people will say, oh, this is his thing, his album. This is a collectible. It might be worth money someday. So now people will collect my memorabilia. Somebody might buy all 11 of them just to hold on to them because they see I'm on the rise. Now, when they sell them, I still get, a portion of that money. So it's a good thing. It's a win-win, and it's good for artists. Because if you just streaming on Spotify or all of these things, you're not getting any money. I had 20,000 streams, and it was $38. $38. And they want your tax information. So the government want 25% of that. So this NFT, that's why, and I will say that's why in my mind I think that they're doing this $600 thing, because now they think it's almost pimpish. It's like, why? Well, you're holding money out on this, so we need all our tax money. So I think that's what this $600 thing that the Biden administration is doing, or whatever, the New World Order. I don't see any difference between any of them. People act like they're different, but it's not different. It's not different to me. If I'm not getting what I'm going to get out of it, why would I, do anything? Why would I vote? And dude told me, he said, look into communism. I was taught to hate communists, and I don't even know why. I don't even know why. I really don't know why. But yeah, we were told to hate it because I think capitalism, the way it is now, I think it's coming to an apocalyptic head. I don't think it's the end of it because there's still too many people that's getting money. But my point was, NFTs, you can do it with anything. So if you listening to me right now, you can do an NFT, go outside and take a picture. You can do that as an NFT. You can do little art. You can do whatever you want to do as an NFT and put it out there. Now, people ain't just going to buy it because you buy it. But as I said, if you stay busy in what you're doing or prolific in making NFTs or other art, then you would do it. I think it's a thing where I think it makes me work. It will make me work harder because I just want to get that stock up because I still have a vested interest in it. So it'll help me to promote this song. Even if I got this, let's say a song of mine's on another soundtrack or something. Now it's like, okay, well, this could be worth money. And NFTs is that people that buy it don't own it. They just like you buy a movie from Walmart. You don't own the movie, but you own that copy. You can play it for whoever you want to. You can burn it and put it on your hard drive. You can do whatever you want. You just can't upload it and say it's your work. So you are protected by copyright laws with it. And it's a process. So if you wanted to go buy my NFT, you would have to go get a wallet. I got a Coinbase wallet because I got a Coinbase. I also have a Robinhood. So you would have to get a wallet. You would have to buy at least $100, $200 of Ethereum. But again, I want to tell you that goes up and down. I'll tell you a funny story. So you have to buy gas to create and sell on the marketplace. So I bought $200 of Ethereum because that's the cost to create. I'm hoping I create and then I'll be able to tell you next show more because I haven't did it. I'm doing it tonight. So I create the Ethereum, I create the wallet, and I bought $200 worth. So I went to create one, and it wasn't enough money because Ethereum had dropped. So it was 196. It says you don't have enough money. So the money can increase or decrease as you buying. So that's a shaky thing that most people don't want to deal with. But, you got to be in it to win it. So look for my album, Interment on Halloween and on OpenSea. That's what I'm going to be selling it at. And for every album after this, and probably the ones I'm gonna probably go back and do Diablo League and the Dark Side Asylum, the Illness album, the Dark Titans album, Haters Must Die. I got to do that. I got to make that a CD and get that on streaming services because that's part of my musical history. So yeah, NFT, check it out. That's that segment. What's the other segment? Oh, I did get an email from Carmen 269, I think. Carmen 269. She asked about the 11 series that I was doing because it's 11, but it's spelled HELLHEAVEN. So it's Hell Heaven, but I pronounced it. It's pronounced. People in England, when they don't pronounce H's like that, well, certain parts. So if a person from another place said 11, Hell Heaven, they'd be like 11. So I figured, and I was born on January 11th, 1974. 74, 11, and 99. 911 is 11. So I got a thing with 11s. So I'm making that my. That's the company. That's the projection company. That's what I'm doing. So that's why it's pronounced 11. And I'm gonna get T-shirts made up and hoodies and stuff. I've been wearing a lot of hoodies, so I'm gonna start doing that. And I got to make sure I send her a hoodie, the defining art and respect and knowledge. I'm gonna send anybody that hits me up with a question or a comment. I'm gonna try to send them something. Or the dark. I got the dark shirts too, all red with the D.A.R.K. So what else are we doing? So record release. I'm really excited about the growing. I really want to be prolific. So the reason I'm growing is because the world is changing, and a lot of the food I bought some food. I tell you what I bought. I bought a mango. And it was green. And I said, wow, it's green. Well, I just keep it in the windowsill until it turns the right color. So I bought it, and then I looked at it. 2 days, it was rotten. It hadn't changed color, but it was still green, but it was rotten. It was a rotten spot. And I cut it to cut it, I cut it and say, all right, I'll use this part or use this part. No go. It was rotten all in the inside. Now, some Van Goghs may be that way. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't care. I know it was rotten, and I spent more than I should have spent. And I probably should take it back. I'm just not going to buy them anymore. I said the same thing about chicken. So I don't have any meat in my house. Not because I'm not a vegetarian. It's just because I can't trust the meat. I bought a motherfucking piece of chicken. I'm going to tell you. The bone on the short thigh was this big. It was big as a drumstick. I'm like, where are they getting these monumental as dino birds from? So I'm sitting here like, okay, they must be hormoning the hell out of it. So I was like, I'm not buying that. So I bought a whole chicken, a whole fryer. I cut it up, and I'm still good at cutting up a chicken, right on the joints, everything. It's all good. But I bit the breast, and I got a whiff of death. That rhymed though, but I got it was nasty. So I just can't trust it. Now, when I get my farm, I'm going to raise chickens. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to kill them the way I want to. And maybe it's a monthly thing where I just kill chickens, but somebody told me if you let a chicken get too old, it's just like eating jerky. So I don't know how I'm going to do that when I get up there. But I'm also growing mushrooms. So I bought the spawn from Fungi Ally, and I got a 5-pound bucket. I should have documented it. I apologize. I should have documented it. I just got a 5-pound bucket. I bought some $10 bedding for rabbits and gerbils. It's like aspen wood. You just put that in a bucket. Pour boiling water. Let that shit pasteurize. You have to pasteurize it because fungi is a fungus, and it needs to be the only fungus there so that you can get the mushrooms. Blue oysters is what I'm growing in my garage. I'm growing. Once that's good, I won't need meat as much. Meat will be a delicacy. Not that I'm against meat. I'm just against. I saw a video where they was pumping meat up. So I'm just not. I just can't put all this stuff in my body. I'm getting older now, and a lot of stuff hurt. My body just hurt when I wake up. So I don't want to add to it with all the sugar and all the other stuff. Anyway, my point was I'm growing and trying to get to a better place. Because the food is bad. The food is off. So I don't like to deal with it. And I don't, you got to buy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Dark Network.
Buy certain things, but I found out that if you take a 5-gallon, I haven't did it yet, but if you take a 5-gallon bucket of seawater, put it in something, and boil it down, you make salt. That's how they get salt. Sometimes they do it from spring water, the pink salt. Maybe that's the color of the water. I don't know. But you can make your own salt. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. It's everything that you need you can get. And I'm going to do it. But I don't want to go down there where Chevron is at because I don't want no oily water, no oily salt. I don't want black salt. But I might do black salt. Because I can put squid ink in it. Actually, I might do black salt. It'll stand out. Anyway, so I was talking about going to getting a farm. So I'm not going to say where yet, but it's like 100 acres. And it's pretty cheap. It's just, you can't, it's no house or nothing on it. So it's challenges with that. My fitness level is not farm quality right now. So I have to start walking, running, pushing ups, and doing all these things, and that's rough. because I'm not in shape. I'm not in shape. I mean, I lost the weight, but I'm not in shape. And I know I'm not. So that's one thing that I'm going to have to do. If anybody else is on this kind of a journey, then let me know, because I'm looking for people to, because I tell you what it is. I can't grow everything in my little punk ass place. And, it's a HOA, so I can't really dig in the ground. I have to put stuff in places where people come and cut the grass. So it's like I can't really do it. People be funny. They might put the blower in there and blow away all my peas. So what I'm trying to do is to create a network of people that are, doing home gardening. So if I'm growing Brussels sprouts and greens, this dude over here is growing beans. She's growing lentils. She's growing corn. So then when we meet on Saturdays or Sundays or whatever day, we all can protect each other, and we all have these things. It's going to be a small network at first because, people don't really want to do it. They don't see how easy it is, but it's easy. It's pretty easy from now for me. You just go to, so you got to find out what zone you're in also. So just do like a quick zone check. My zip code is 94806 and ask what growing zone are you in. I think I'm in 10A or 9B, 10A, 9B/9B. And then they'll give you what you could grow at the specific time. I think it's called gardenate.com or .org. And they give you everything you need to know. That's why I'm growing what I'm growing, because this is the time for it. And I can, harvest in a minute. And it's exciting. I mean, it's different. It's different, but that's what I wanted to do. Anyway, that's what I want to do is make a network of people that, usually don't do this kind of things and get back to the earth, really, because if you wait until there's a food shortage, which people tell me there already is, if you wait until you can't eat, it's too late to grow. So then you're going to come to where somebody who is growing and try to muscle or bully, and I'm going to pick up 2 more guns on Tuesday. So me and my family and my people that I know and care about are going to be well armed. You just never know. So if anybody, wants to be part of this, I haven't called it anything. I was going to call it dark farming, but that has an evil connotation. But, we define art and respect knowledge. So maybe I will call it dark farming, and I'm gonna, pop it up right here. Pop it up. Dark farming. We gonna grow whatever we need to grow and not start a movement, because it's already a movement, but I would love to see gangsters growing gardens. And it's happened before, and I think we should do that again, because, I want to see that spiral cabbage. I should know that. I think it's called corner. No, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I'm gonna pop it up. And anyway, that's what we doing. We here at CoBiz. That's we trying to get stuff going. OCAR is doing the workshops, and if you find yourself needing a purpose, holla at us. You can hit me at the podcast at itsthedark.com. You can hit Rika. We have a Facebook thing. Just like it and send us a message. We trying to start workshops where. So OCAR is not it's not an organization. It's more of a way of living. It's a tribe thing where everybody try to help everybody else complete their purpose. So if you're part of OCAR and you have an event and you don't know how you're going to do this, that, and the third, then you call us and then we say, okay, well, we got this and we can do this. We can come here and help do these things. Or it's just bouncing ideas. Basically, it's a think tank of positive people that want to see you do better. And I know that sounds simple, but it's not that common, really. Most people want you to do better as long as you're not doing better than them. I want you to do better than me. That's why I'm doing this punk-ass podcast. I have a little idea of people that watch, but it ain't as much people as I think should be watching. So one day, in probably 50 years, somebody gonna find this, and then maybe my nieces and nephews and my brothers and sisters or whoever will get paid off of it, or get a inkling of help from it. I don't plan on dying. Well, actually, I do plan on. That's not what I meant. What I mean is, not anytime soon, but I do plan on dying. I just found out that it's legal if you got a boat that you can just go and weight somebody down and throw them in the water. I mean, as not alive, but I'm saying you just have to go. I think you have to go 100. I think you have to go 100 feet or 300 feet. Maybe you have to go 300 feet off of a thing, and if you weight them down, you can drop them in the water. So I don't know why everybody paying all this money to bury people when you could just drop them in the water. I also saw, which I like. If I can get my land before I die, they have these things where they plant a tree in your chest and then bury you in it. It's like a wrap, and you just wrapped around it, and they bury you in there. So then they can't take your land because, I'm legally buried on it, so now they never can take your land. It's holy ground. It's sacred. Well, it's not holy, it's sacred. Anyway, I'm getting off subject, so I guess I'll just... Anyway, that has been your episode of How Do You View You? Let me know if this... Because I'm not doing guests now for a little bit. I'm gonna just do guests in between, but if tell me if this is not working, because I need to know. But thank you, and peace. When Revolutionary Rika speaks, I listen. She said that with a dark network 24/7, I can achieve melanated harmony in less than 100 years. Also, by showing pains and loving my growth, I could utilize our community as a resource. It is in my nature to strive.
Like Mackay Pfeiffer.
Finders keepers. The idea sat in the back of my head for a long time. Talked to my uncle who's a filmmaker about it. Talked to him about the idea, and he said it was a good idea. And then one day I was at a recording studio with Depp, and I was telling him about this movie idea, and he was like, "Man,